Hey guys, so today we have a unhinged TikTok drama. I like to sprinkle these in between the names that we do know. So these are some names that we don't know, and I don't know if you guys have seen this on your For You page. I waited for it all to kind of complete and have a bow tied on it, but this is the wedding dress drama. You probably saw the original TikTok and then you might have not seen anything else, and that's what I'm hoping for, so we can go through this together. Wedding dress drama. This TikTok came up on my For You page as well. Here's the original TikTok that you guys all probably saw. It's story time coming on how Riley stole her wedding dress, and here's, I guess, Riley in the wedding dress at like the try-ons. Here's the bride. What a shame. I mean, that dress looks too big for her, so I'm assuming that's like pre-alteration. I hope she's not claiming that this is like how it should have been, because that dress is like so much bigger than what it should be. And then she posts her Instagram page, and she is a hairdresser, so she posts like, obviously that's her hair business. I bet she was getting a bunch of hate for this. Yeah, this is her TikTok page. It fully just exposes her, puts everything out there. It says Riley has her wedding dress, tags her as well, and won't pay us the balance. It's a bridal gown. At this point she will not return or pay her balance, so the dress is stolen. If anyone has any information about this Colorado bride, let us know. And someone said 6 days ago, I know why people don't wait to hear both sides. Did anyone hear her side of the story? I read somewhere that she couldn't wear the dress for the wedding due to several things not being finished, and she had to find a new dress the night before the wedding. So this is starting to paint an image. There's definitely like a difference between the people that saw it kind of when it was posted and jumped the gun like it always happens on TikTok, and then the people that saw the response and are now saying maybe we should all wait to hear both sides of the story. And then she continues to just post about Riley in all these TikToks. So she posts the dress. This is what it was supposed to look like, or somewhat similar. Can you believe this is the bridal gown that was stolen from us? Someone said this is a completely different dress than what was sent to the bride. This is the bride's dress. So it's a bit of a, someone said this is a different dress. Although this is pretty, I'm trying to figure out why this dress looks completely different than the one in Ray's picture. Good story. Did you think the bride wasn't going to post the receipts? Nah, because I saw the side with the receipts. Like, I wonder what the comments looked like when she first posted this TikTok, because TikTok loves to like jump on someone, and then when they find out more, they're like, oh, I knew this whole time. It's like, it's standard on TikTok now, which is why I wait for everything to get posted, because I think it's important to be objective. So she says, when you spend 5 months making this wedding dress just for the client to steal it without paying, and she posts her page again, now it's private. Link in bio. Storytime on other posts. I put so much time, detail, and love into this dress. I shipped it out to her and she blocked us on everything. Her husband TikTok is David Wells, and her TikTok is at Riley. She has me blocked. And then we have this one. And the dress page is called This. Now, this like letter combination is just reminding me of the Polish language. Like, that's how we would say an SH sound. So I kept on reading it as like cash this whole time. I was like, maybe she's secretly Polish. Maybe that's what this is. This is just the Polish language. But no, it's like Kasazi, I think. People have been saying it. Kasazi, which, yeah, my mouth can't quite do that sound. Post another one, the beauty and hundreds of hours of work gone to waste. The dress the bride stole. So you can kind of make it into like, I guess maybe it's one of those that you can make it into a short dress for the reception, but have it as a long dress for the actual wedding. This is apparently the dress. I mean, a lot of posing. And then this is obviously the full thing, apparently. Now, this is apparently the exact dress that Riley was supposed to wear. Now, I don't mean to speak out of turn on people's bodies, but this woman's body seems to be very different to, meaning the boob area, to Riley. So I'm just wondering, like, is this actually the dress that Riley was supposed to wear? And if yes, did it fit? Is my question. Because it doesn't look like it would fit her. Someone said the tips of this dress are totally different from each other. Why are the 2 points different? Oh, yeah. Because there's like, I guess, is that what they're talking about? Yeah. What did the back look like? Hold on, I saw a comment that she didn't even end up wearing it. Is this the dress that you own, or did you use the bride's dress to film yourself on your model? Well. How much was it just wanting for the future? And she said in the $10,000 range. I'm confused because it doesn't look like the dress she was wearing in the last part of your video. She said one was from a fitting, one was the final video. You still haven't heard from her? No, but this is obviously on the day that she posted these TikToks, whereas some of the other comments are from 5 days ago, like I said, when Riley has responded now. Full story, wedding dress thief. Now, she does talk for 9.5 minutes. So I'll listen to the whole thing, and then in post edit I'll probably spare you guys some of the boring details. I'll put it in 2 times speed though. Let's do 2 times speed. Let's not be ridiculous, guys.
So first off, I want to say thank you guys so much for the tremendous support, the amount of people who genuinely understand how much this has truly impacted me.
Is this gonna annoy people? I might put it 1.5 and then, like I said, post edit we will be making this more bearable.
And not only me, but my employees as well. As a Black woman-owned business, I couldn't thank you guys enough for vouching for me and fighting for me. And for those that are asking how did she get the dress without paying, the big question, I shipped it out of good faith. This was a rush order bridal gown, and we had a few days until her wedding. So once I shipped it, I wanted to make sure that there were no delays in shipment. I wanted to make sure
Now, why were we a few days from the wedding, and why did this have to be like a rushed shipment? And why did you send it without getting the full payment? If the bride, let's say, right, reached out super last minute, was like, hey, I don't really think about my wedding, which, you know, can I get this dress done in like a week? Surely you just make her pay up front. Is there a reason why this dress was being rushed and shipped last minute? Is it because maybe you weren't getting the work done as quickly as you should have, and then you rushed it through, and then you said, right, okay, well, just pay me the rest later, and the dress just wasn't, you know, like I'm already seeing gaps in the story.
Ahead of time. So I already sent her the balance a few days prior, the balance with everything else that's owed. I didn't charge any shipping. She got that. I sent it via email, I sent it through text. I told her, you know, review it, let me know. And then, you know, I wasn't really thinking too much more about it. I was more focused on making sure the dress was perfected, making sure everything was good before I actually shipped it to her, because I knew her wedding was so soon. So fast forward to the day I shipped it and made sure that it was on the truck and make sure everything was good. I sent her a reminder text and said, hey, just, you know, making sure you got the balance, making sure you know the payment options. Here you go. So I sent a reminder. So the dress was overnighted. So mind you, when it's overnighted and I shipped it that night, it gets there the next day in the morning. So I leave it alone. I go to sleep. I wake up. They're a few hours ahead of us. So I send another text, just, hey, you know, the dress is going to be held at a location because I haven't received my payment, and then also I haven't received any type of confirmation, and I provided a signature request on the dress, and I don't want the dress to be delayed if they try and deliver and y'all weren't there, because no one has texted me back. So I sent that text in the morning.
Now this was a bit that I was confused about, is how does she ship a dress? Like, once you ship an item out, you can't block it along the way. The only person that can stop it is the person receiving the item. At least that's how it works in the UK. Like, if I ship something out to someone, the only way I can get it back is if they cancel it or they receive it and then ship it back to me. There's no way that I can just ship something out and then reach out to the postal company and say, can you guys hold this until she pays me? Like, what system is she working with where you can do that? Unless America works differently and someone shipping out can just be like, hey, can you hold that at this location? But if that's the case, then why don't you just send it out after she pays you instead of getting it to be held in some warehouse until... I just don't understand. I'm already seeing holes in the story. Like, I just don't quite understand what's going on.
So I called FedEx to hold it at a location, hoping they would possibly go ahead and pay me or correspond back to me after I did that, because they went ghost as far as communication after I sent the tracking number the previous night. So called FedEx, hold it at a location, and no correspondence back. So by the time it got to, what time was it that morning? Maybe 11 my time. The mom texted me, like, oh, I'll pay the invoice. If the dress is there, I'll pay the invoice. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'll send you the invoice. Sent the mom the invoice. Sent her the details. And then I didn't hear anything back for like another hour or two. And I'm checking the tracking. I see that the dress has actually been picked up. So after I send that message, the update, like, hey, can I get an update on the invoice? I sent it to you. Did you get it? I don't hear anything back. Mind you, I know they got the dress. I see the signature request has been signed by, I think it was Jay Wells, which, you know, her husband's last name is Wells. So I know they got it. So from there, I didn't have any correspondence from the daughter or from the mom. So after that, I think Rayleigh, she ended up replying back to me saying, oh, no, I want to make sure I try on the dress first. Can I send you half? Once I try it on, half after. And I'm like, no, I need my payment. Like, you got the dress. I need my payment. That's just what it is. She sent me those messages. She started replying. Then I text the mom. I'm like, hello, I need my payment. Like, you all have the dress now. Can I please get...
I'm thinking they open the dress and it looks bad, right? They open the packaging and it looks bad and they're panicking and they think, okay, let me just try it on and I'll pay if it looks all right. Like, I bet just from the get-go, they looked at the dress and they went, what is this, right? And so they were like, okay, just give us a minute. Just give us a minute to gather ourselves. Can we fix this? Can we... Like, I bet it was panic mode. If it's like 2 days from your wedding and you've paid $10,000 for this dress, well, you put on a down payment for this £10,000 dress, $10,000 dress, and you open it and it looks like... You're going to start panicking, right? And she's just messaging you constantly, hey, where's my money? Where's my money? Like, I get it. It's your business, blah, blah, blah. But I can see kind of the other side of things where she's probably like, oh, fuck, what do we do with this? Like, this is so bad.
Money paid, my balance paid. Okay, didn't hear anything else from them. They go ghost for hours. 9 o'clock that night, my time. You know, mind you, all of this was happening during the morning. So 9 o'clock my time, I'm on a flight. I get off the flight. I get a text and it's like, oh, you need to come fix the train. I said, well, I'm not going to fix anything until the balance is paid, because I said, at this point, you all knew you were supposed to pay the balance. You haven't paid it. You haven't been corresponding with me. You didn't even tell me that you received the dress. and you know I shipped it, you know that this is a very important item for me as well as you. You didn't even have the courtesy to tell me, hey, I received it. So whatever type of games are being played, I was like, no, I'm done. I'm like, if you want me to fix the dress, I will fix it, but I need my money paid. So I didn't hear anything else from her, didn't hear anything else from her mother. Here we go to the next day. I sent a nice text. I said, hello. It has now been a day that you all have had the dress. I have no balance, no correspondence. I don't know what's going on. I need an update, okay? A few hours go by, the mom eventually replies to me and is like, oh, we want the dress to work. I don't know if it's gonna work. I said, well, if the dress is not gonna work, why didn't y'all call me? I said, why didn't y'all send me pictures and photos? The dress was perfect. We fit the dress on your daughter several times before she left. There was nothing with the fit that we changed after she left our fittings. We didn't change anything. We only added the crystal and finished the dress up. I said, so the fit never changed because we did not adjust anything with sizing. So I don't understand how anything could have got from me with the fit model where it was perfect on your daughter before that at her fittings, which was perfect, it fit her perfect, and then get to you again and then it doesn't work. So it doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, why didn't y'all call me? Why aren't you sending me pictures? Why aren't you FaceTiming me? Why didn't you like take it to a seamstress or something like that? She's like, oh, we took it to someone. I'm like, but you didn't call me. I would come out there in a minute to fix that dress. Even though I was upset about the balance, if they really would have reached out to me and said that, I would have come out there, you know. But the correspondence, the ignoring me, the not responding, not telling me they don't have the dress, it was all just so crazy. And I'm like, why would you wait this long to say something to me? Like, it does not make sense to me. So anyways,
I also think the reason why they waited so long is probably because, like I said, your wedding's literally in 2 days. You thought you bought this like perfect $10,000 dress, which is not cheap to say the least, and it comes in, it looks crap, and you're like, oh my god. And they literally took that day to take it to a seamstress locally and be like, okay, well, this woman f***ed it up, I'm not going to get her to fix it, let me just get someone else more competent to fix it. And they couldn't. So clearly it's like really messed up.
Get to maybe a few hours after that, I'm like, since y'all don't want to let me know what's going on, I told you, take it to a seamstress. You're denying that. She said, no, she's not taking it to a seamstress. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. I'm not taking it to a seamstress. No, I don't want to. I said, okay, since you're denying that, just give me the dress back. Since something is wrong with it, y'all don't want to show me, you don't want to send me pictures, just give me the dress back. They said, no, send a shipping label. I said, no, I'm not sending anything. At this point, I done took enough losses. Y'all done played enough games.
So she wants the dress back, or she wants to get paid. And they're like, okay, well, you messed up the dress. We bought a dress and this is not the dress that we bought. Send us the shipping label and we'll just send it back to you. And she's like, no. So what do you want? Do you want to get paid? Do you want them to just keep the dress for free? Do you want to just send them a shipping label and they'll just send it back to you and you can like maybe redo it for someone else or sell it on a discount because it's been like, you know, it's not like custom made.
You ship the dress back by FedEx before they close at 4 o'clock, or I'm going to get it. I already booked my flight because I saw the day prior that they were playing games.
This is where she gets me. She's like, I'm not buying you a shipping label, but I have bought myself a flight to come and see you in person to pick up my dress. Huh? You've already bought yourself a flight, but you're not going to get them a shipping label for a dress that you messed up. That's like crazy. If I bought a dress of someone, I understand if I didn't pay, I stole from them. Like, yeah, get the police involved. If you shop at my house, what is going on? You know, like, surely this is not how we run businesses these days. Because if I bought something off Amazon and then I like, for some reason, I don't know, the payment didn't go through and I just didn't pay again, Amazon would never show up at my house. They might get the police involved. They might call someone, but they would just never, like a representative for Amazon would just not show up at my door and be like, hey, where's my money?
I'm going to come get the dresses. I will give you time before it's time for my flight to board to send me confirmation that y'all are going to ship the dress back. Since y'all clearly are saying you're not going to use it, ship it back. Okay, I gave her time. When it was time for me to board my flight, I let her know it's 30 minutes before I have to board this flight. Please send me the tracking confirmation so you can ship my dress back. Because if you're not going to use it, just give it back. Because the games y'all been playing the past 2 days is just crazy. I was very upset. Okay, so we get to the time to get on the flight. So I'm getting on the flight. I'm letting you know I will be there by 8:15 to retrieve the dress. So she knew because she was texting me and telling me, oh, what time will you get there? And she also asked me what time the FedEx closed. I told her. So she was very well aware that I was coming to get that dress because she didn't ship it. Okay, so once I got there in Grand Junction, I text her. I let her know, hi, I'm here. I'm here to get the dress. I text her from 8:15 up until 1 o'clock in the morning every 30.
One thing about me is you would not hear from me. Like, I would have blocked this woman already. Maybe even I would have just, no, because I already put a down payment on this dress. I wouldn't send the dress back without getting my down payment back. That's the problem, right? It's like I already put down a down payment. The dress is crap. I can't use it. So no, I'm not just going to ship it back to you out of my own goodwill and then not get my down payment back. So I don't know, like maybe we all just need to count our losses here, because what is going on? But do not show up at my house demanding your crappy dress back.
Minutes to say, hello, I'm here. Hello, can you let me know where to come? I did not want to show up at anyone's address unannounced or without permission. I text them every 30 minutes, Rayleigh and the mother, several times every 30 minutes to let them know, please tell me where you are so I can come and get my dress. I'm here to get my dress. I'm at the airport. I'm 10 minutes away. I was there to get my dress and they would not correspond with me, and I'm going to show the screenshots. So from there, I have not heard from them. Whatever games have been played, I truly cannot tell y'all. All I know is the dress is stolen. I don't have the dress. I can't get any responses from her or her family members. I'm blocked on social media, all platforms, just like everybody else. And this was before the internet stuff started. They have not texted me, emailed me, corresponded with me, and said anything in regards to giving my dress back, paying the balance, or anything. So I'm in the dark about everything. So yes, the dress is stolen 100%. No one knows what even happened at that wedding because they won't post pictures. It's all a mystery. It's all crazy because the thing is, if you didn't want it, just give it back. The games that were played those days that they had the dress, to me, makes absolutely no sense. So I've gone through, know what's going on.
Now, she turned her comments off on this one for obvious reason, but she said, full story for those asking, hundreds of hours dedicated work to complete the dress before time. She not only stole, I mean, before time is like 2 days before the wedding. It's not really before time. Like, that's like last minute, really. She not only stole from me, but from all the people who helped create the couture dress. Why take it and not pay or give it back? Link in my bio for the help. Now, link in my bio for the help is because she started a GoFundMe. Yeah, she started a GoFundMe for recouping like costs, but she's now taking the GoFundMe down, or it was taken down. So I'm gonna have to just show it to you guys a different way. Then she posts this beauty once again, but comments are turned off now. So this was apparently the dress that was sent out, apparently, and this is like the design. And then we have another TikTok.
Do these dresses, which are the sketches from the bridal gown, look like what we produce, since we produce something completely different?
I mean, it's not really about does it match the drawn picture. It's like, what does it look like in person, you know? For those asking, link in my bio, definitely my last post about this. I'm still confused if the girl paid for the dress or not. So I guess 2 comments got through. Someone said, yes, she paid 60% deposit. The only thing that wasn't paid for was the skirt that looked absolutely terrible. Now, Riley responds. Cool. So the Distractify, one of my favorite websites, wrote an article about this. Riley Rukavina's sister claims wedding dress designer is at fault. Source from Kasazi responds. So yeah, this was the trial. This was actually the dress that she wore for her wedding that she could find last minute. So she didn't even wear the dress at the wedding. So apparently Riley's sister says that the claims that the dress was stolen are completely inaccurate. So Riley put a 60% down for the deposit. Her final dress fitting was cancelled 2 days before their agreed appointment, and the designer also failed to show up for the agreed Zoom meeting after cancelling the final Oh my god. After cancelling the final fitting. Riley's sister also claims that Sendera, who's like the owner of Kasazi, initially lied about shipping the dress and provided a fake tracking number, which led to the dress being delivered only 2 days before the wedding. And sure enough, she says it didn't fit. However, Kasazi sources told us that Riley did indeed pay a down payment. There was no additional Zoom meeting or fitting schedule, and as far as the fake tracking number, they claimed that it was actually a technical error that caused the label to need to be reprinted, and that it shouldn't have affected the shipping in any way. They have also told us that following Riley's actual final fitting, there were no changes made to the dress that would have altered its size, and that it 100% should have fit her properly. The company even allegedly received photos of Riley wearing the gown after it had been delivered. That's like after she probably tried it on. Now, these are the pictures of the dress that she actually wore to her wedding, but because the dress didn't fit, Mackenzie claims that her sister and mother were forced to frantically search for a brand new dress, and they reached out to Sendera for shipping label to return the gown, but she was uncooperative. So like, she didn't steal the dress to wear it. Like, she obviously didn't wear it, which means it was probably bad. Like, that's... The bride and her mother tried to communicate with the designer, but there was no willingness whatsoever on her part. They requested a return label to ship the dress back to the designer, she told us. Understandably upset, the bride and her mother decided to table the entire issue until Monday to frantically find a dress that would work for Riley to walk down the aisle. Like, yeah, this was like 2 days before her wedding, and you're showing up unannounced being like, give me my dress, pay for my dress. It's like she's got bigger fish to fry, like looking for a new wedding dress. In a conflicting report though, our source at Kasazi, I keep on saying that like wrong, I bet I'm saying that so wrong, has claimed that it was actually Riley and her family who were uncooperative and unreachable in the days leading up to the wedding. Yeah, because it's the days leading up to her wedding that you messed up. They told us that Riley's party waited until the last minute to let the designer know that the dress supposedly didn't fit, though they had several days to do so, too. And that throughout the company's efforts to coordinate a way for them to get the dress back, even offering to pick it up from the wedding location or receive their payment, they were ghosted. Now, Sendera's created a GoFundMe to recoup expenses for the stolen dress. Now, if you click here... Oh! It's back. I just couldn't find it before. That has changed everything. So, this is the GoFundMe. I'll talk about it in a minute. To recoup expenses caused by the unethical client experience. So I'm just gonna read that out to you guys. So support Kasazi, help recover from unethical clients. So she's only raised 965 out of her 12,500 target. Bear in mind, bear in mind, she said that the dress cost somewhere around that $10,000 mark, right? Let's say it was actually $12,500. Let's say. She got a 60% deposit, right? So let me actually get a calculator out for this, guys. I bet I could count this in my head, but I just won't. So she got paid $7,500 already. So why are we raising $12,500, right? Like, what she should be asking for in the GoFundMe is $5,000. If the dress actually was $12,500, because she said somewhere in the range of like $10,000. So she should be asking for around $5,000, not $12,500, whatever that, why, what's going on? So Kasazi owner is organising this fundraising appeal on behalf of Kasazi Atelier. I hope this message finds you well. It's like replying to an email. Hope this message finds you well. And I want to thank you in advance for your support and help. I'm reaching out today to ask for your support during a very critical time for my business, Kasazi. We are facing significant financial challenges, loss and emotional distress due to the unscrupulous and unethical tactics of a bride that has the possession of my custom wedding dress that took me over 5 months to make for her. I shipped the dress to her in good faith prior to her wedding, plus gave her several discounts, which was a loss to me as well. Now we're counting the discounts into this $12,500 that you need. To date, she still has not paid the remaining balance, but she doesn't say like how much she paid. So it's like remaining balance. She paid you 60% for a dress that she didn't get to use because it was crap. I made every effort to get the dress back by making travel arrangements to pick the dress up, but I was denied that right, and this individual completely blocked and ghosted all of my communications via phone and social media to help her rectify the situation. She's a young, female, small, black-owned business, and this is devastating for herself and her employees financially and emotionally. I think that's like a weird emotional manipulation tactic because it's literally your fault. Like, it's literally your fault. Due to her actions, I must now retain a lawyer and go through the legal processes to fight back for the possession of the custom gown and or payment for the final remaining balance due to me. I mean, you're owed like $5,000. Just open a small claims court thing. Don't shop to her house unannounced. You know, like, it's not, don't start a GoFundMe. I just don't understand what's going on. Going through this unfortunate situation has affected my ability to pay my dedicated employees overhead costs, retaining an attorney, miscellaneous costs, and the loss of property. I mean, I completely get what she's saying. She did get paid 60% of the dress, and she could have just sent them a shipping label and they would have sent the dress back. If you being able to pay rent hinges on one product that you're selling, like one quantity of product, maybe there is like a cash flow issue that we've got going on. When it's only 40% of the product that you owned, like, is everything hinging on that 40%? The current circumstance has placed a heavy burden on my ability to continue operating and serving other clients and the community. Are we doing charity work? Is that like, let's she open a food bank? What do you mean serving the community? Our priority has always been to provide stellar customer service, producing custom designs, and to support our employees who are the backbone of the business. Like, do you mean just like paying their wages? Here's a breakdown of the immediate financial needs. Legal fees. They are facing substantial legal fees. Loss of property. Overhead costs, which is the uncompensated payment for this custom gown, also has dampened our ability to cover rent, utilities, and other operational expenses. I mean, like I said, like if someone not paying you for one dress has affected you being able to pay rent and employees and blah, blah, maybe you've scaled your business too quickly. Like, if I posted content, right? I know it's very different because you work so much longer on a dress, and I get that. Like, I get that whole concept. But if I posted if I post 10 videos, right, and one of them gets demonetized and I don't make money from that video, I'm not going to try and sue YouTube and say, like, this has affected me being able to pay rent. Because it's like, if everything hinges on one video, surely my cash flow is just bad and I need to figure out something else. Employee salaries. We are committed to ensuring that our employees who have been loyal and hardworking receive their salaries without delay. They have families to take care of and living expenses to pay. Yeah, these are difficult times for many. If you can provide any assistance, do. This is a challenging period, but also ensure that we can continue to thrive as a young, female, small, black-owned business, and we get to serving our community and sustain our employees, because it truly has been devastating. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for considering our request. There's something in the Do We Know Them video that I saw. So, her husband wrote a statement on Facebook and said, "Family and friends, as probably most of you have heard, we are going through some social media attacks right now with my wife's dress. The designer has taken this way too far and is making life difficult. We did not steal the dress. The designer had half payment before the dress arrived, and we have been trying to ship it back to her, but she is refusing to take it. Let alone we didn't even use it, and that is proof. I understand that people are getting messages from all these people. I apologize, I never thought this could happen, but it happens on the daily with social media. Please do not respond and report them. We are in the works of getting an attorney to end this nonsense. If you know us, we do not steal, and we are good people caught up in a bad situation." And she did not wear the dress, as we saw from the Distractify article. She had like a business bureau page and she had really low reviews, and there were some people that wrote in about their own stories, but her page has been taken down. There's like a 500 error. I'm not really sure why. Maybe she reached out to them and said like, hey, I'm being hounded. These are fake reviews. Can you take them down? But there were some real ones on there before people found it. So yeah, a bit annoying. This is Riley's page now. She's on 50,000 followers. She's 24, Colorado hairstylist. So this is the first TikTok that she posted.
The reason I haven't gotten on here and said anything is I was getting married and dealing with family being in town, friends, and trying to enjoy being a newlywed. To set the record straight, I did not wear the dress that Kazazi, LLC, or Sindera White made. I'm waiting on photos back from my photographer so that I can show you guys, but I'll show you guys the ones that I have now because it was an unplugged ceremony, so I do only have a few of me in the dress that I had to buy 2 days before my wedding. Here's one of the photos from my ceremony. Here is another picture of me right before the ceremony, and here's a photo of me right after the ceremony. Okay, so here is the contract. As you can see right here, it was a total of $6,290 for the Kazazi dress. $6,290 is what we agreed on for this dress, and as you can see right here, August 10th, 2024 was supposed to be our completion date. As you can see, we signed this 2/19/2024, and she states in her contract that bridal wear is 3 to 6 months. 9 days shy of 6 months was her time frame for this dress, and she still went 12 days over. As you can see in this contract, there's literally no discount stated whatsoever. I realize at the time of making this video that the GoFundMe has been taken down, but you can see this total price.
The GoFundMe seems to be back up, so that's what I thought. Like, I couldn't find it yesterday, but it's back up today, so I'm not really sure what that means.
I will show you the deposit that we paid, showing that the GoFundMe is completely false. This is the emailed receipt from Kazazi of us paying 60% of the bridal gown.
Whoa. I mean, if that's 60%, where did she get $12,500 from?
Here is the invoice. As you can see, this is the total, $6,290, and it was a 60% deposit for $3,774. And swipe back if you need to, but...
So how do we get from $6,290 to $12,500 to keep, like, the lights on and the roof of your head?
The other picture that I just showed was the paid invoice. In the beginning, we met with her on a Zoom consultation to take measurements and get all of those measurements sent to her, and then she stated that she would be sending over swatches, the fabric she was going to use for the dress. I never received those. I flew from Colorado to Miami for our first fitting in the beginning of April, and her team and her did not give us a location or a time until literally the night before, which was my last day there. For the second fitting, I flew down to Miami. I was there for a total of 5 days trying to do our second fitting. During those 5 days that I was in Miami, I continued trying to communicate with Sindera and her team. And on the night before, the last day that we were supposed to be there, Sindera texted and just canceled our second fitting altogether. Since our second fitting was canceled, I continued asking for photos. Kazazi customer service agreed to a Zoom call for June 16th that was supposed to be with a customer service agent and Sindera. When we got on that Zoom call, Sindera was nowhere to be found. We even pushed that Zoom call back 30 minutes from the original time we were supposed to do it, waiting for her, and she never showed up to the Zoom call. So we had the Zoom call with a customer service rep from Kazazi, and yet still no photos of the dress. The customer service rep stated that she would get photos for us from Sindera as soon as she could, but that didn't happen. I continued asking for updates and a date for our final fitting, which she did inform me 10 days out from my final completion date for the dress. So I had to buy a last-minute flight from Grand Junction to Miami to get there from August 9th to the 11th. I didn't get a photo of the dress until 4 days before the completion date, which was August 6th is when she sent it. This is the video of my dress that she sent me 4 days before the completion date. This is nothing what we agreed upon. I was absolutely sick when I saw this. Here's another angle. I never asked for this many pearls. The boob cups are absolutely terrible, and this point is completely wrong. It's not even a point, which we spoke about in our very first fitting. If she would have sent me photos or videos throughout this process, we could have not done this. At this time, I also asked her for a video or photo of the actual detachable skirt, which she could not provide to me because get this, when I got there, they hadn't done anything to it. The skirt had zero design. It was absolutely white. It looked like it hadn't even been touched. This is August 9th. The skirt, mind you, untouched. This was August 10th, the day I should be taking this dress home. The overlay here is pinned on, and it was supposed to follow every pleat of the skirt, and when I got it, it did not. This dress was supposed to be custom to my body, my fit, and we had to cinch me in so much because she used E6000 glue to glue all the gems on. As you can see, this is August 10th. This is supposed to be the completion date, and that dress is not even close to being done. This is the dress on August 11th. I was supposed to take it home with me on the 11th. The completion date was supposed to be the 10th. As you can see, it is still rubbing me on my breast so bad. The pearls are not finished. There was so much more that was still not finished with the dress, so I wasn't able to approve it before I left. Sindera stated that it wasn't ready for me to take home and that she would overnight ship it by August 15th so that I would get it by the 16th. I continued asking for updates and photos throughout this time. She refused to send me any. She promised August 10th in her contract and then promised August 15th while I was there, and neither one of those dates were met. Now, 3 days before my wedding, she sends me 2 blurry videos of the dress, and I ask her to resend them or FaceTime me, anything, so that I can at least see what is going on.
So she says, I just sent you a message through WhatsApp. Can you also send me a video of the corset dress with the skirt? I'm waiting for it. Let me know when you send it. Would you be able to FaceTime me instead? I really can't tell with the videos. It's still blurry. We're sending them all now, and I'm at FedEx. We'll send tracking shortly. And she says, I can't tell in the video if the belt is right. I need you to send me more photos so I can confirm the belt and the corset dress. I don't think the belt part is of the skirt is right. I need a photo of the front of the skirt too. We are sending them all one moment. So obviously she's panicking.
Is the real tracking number that she dropped my package off at the FedEx. I call FedEx because it says we'll add a delivery date as soon as we get your package. I call them and I'm like, hey, do you have my package? They say no, she hasn't dropped it off yet. Then these are the text messages I asked.
So that seems to be a fake tracking number that she sent, because she said I dropped it off and they're saying we don't have the dress. So she must have sent it a bit later than she said. And then she says, hi Sin, can you send me the tracking number? There it is, thank you. So the dress did not ship out last night. Yeah, we dropped it off right at closing time and the representative took it and locked the door. The label should update shortly. If not, we can go back up there. They know us, so it won't be any issues. They know us, which is why you were like, I'll get them to hold it if you don't pay. FedEx is showing me that they haven't received it. Can you go check on it? Yeah, I will go if it doesn't update by 4 to 5 p.m. Also, did you receive the balance information? We honestly do not ship until the balance is paid in full, but I didn't want to delay anymore. So she says, hi Sin, what did FedEx say about the dress? I'm here. The dress will start moving shortly. I had to wait in line. We got there so late last night. He said it missed the truck along with others who came right before closing, which is why you see no movement, but it's in container now, ready to move tonight for arrival tomorrow. It's already in the container. They will scan shortly and you will get update, and it's still an overnight express shipment, so it's still all good for the next day arrival. I'm here with the manager and he went and located it in the container. It is fine. I mean, that is just a bunch of whiffle. Like, she's panicking, clearly. And she wouldn't be panicking if she just did everything right. They said they called me, but I didn't receive. But all is well. I'll come back at 9 p.m. to ensure as well and wait here for scan and truck. Okay, the dress will be here tomorrow. We are here now. It's scanning in. We are sending new tracking number via email. The dress weight was more than the original printed label, so it was voided. Oh, so that's why she's saying that the original tracking number wasn't, like, the correct one was the next one, because apparently the dress was too heavy. Update tracking, we wait to verify items scanned in and taken back to be loaded on truck. FedEx tracking.
On Wednesday at 10 p.m. at night. Do what you will with this information, but you're not allowed to take your box off of the FedEx truck after it's already been given to FedEx. Here is the proof that it was not updated until August 21st, 10:08 when they got my package. You can see here that I didn't get it until August 22nd, Thursday at 10:57 a.m. Mind you, 48 hours before I have to walk down the aisle.
I'm getting why she didn't want to pay, because then when we see the dress, it's also just not what she asked for, and it was late and it was 2 days before her wedding day. Like, I get why all of this happened.
So picking up where I left off, you can see right here that I got the dress at 10:57 a.m. This is when I got the dress. I took it out of the package very nicely. And
oh, she looks so sad. Stop. She looks so sad. So what is this monstrosity? Oh, and the 2 points do look different. One's like all the way up to here, and one is like more rounded and down to here. It doesn't look very comfortable. I mean, things are rough. Oh, this like unfinished, like, it like reaches the end of the material here, but then everywhere else, it just looks really bad.
I put it on and was instantly crying because of how bad it was. First of all, this belt was not supposed to be a belt. It was supposed to truly ombre down all the way to the bottom and get lighter as it went. This is not how it was supposed to look. Also, there's more tulle in this side of the dress than there is the other side. These points.
Yeah, it looks so... Why am I pointing on my laptop screen as if you guys can see it? I felt like an old grandma there for a minute. This is so much more rounded and puffy, and this is like straight down. It's truly not a good look.
Up here are completely off, and I will show more pictures of that and all of this close up later, but this is when I first got the dress. As you can see, I was absolutely devastated. Devastated. As you can see, the leg slit was supposed to be more open so you could actually see my leg, and right here in this photo, the rhinestones down the center are lined up, and that's where it's supposed to be. Now let me show you the back. This is the back. Do you see how far off to the right side that train is? This is when the front is lined up how it's supposed to be. The train is completely off to the right.
It's also, and this is nothing against Rayleigh, obviously she looks great, she's got a great figure, blah, 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 but it is massively digging in, causing that like muffin top up here, which obviously has nothing to do with her and everything to do with the dress just simply not fitting right, which it should on the wedding day fit right.
Also, do you see the difference in size on the belt that she made? Mind you, I wasn't able to proof any of this because she sent me a blurry video, and she didn't send me a video with the corset in it. This was not supposed to be a belt. The entire skirt was actually supposed to be more saturated at the top with jewels, and then all, as it goes down, completely dissipate to almost no jewels at the bottom. Truly like an ombre, if that's the word, and honestly, go back to the contract and read. We never stated a belt. And please take the time to look at how far off this is compared to where the corset middle is. Please. I will show you guys a full video.
That's like crazy. Also, it's like wonky up here. It's so much thinner up here than down here. I don't know if that's like the belt is thicker, or is it that because there's more padding here than here, it like pulls it that way. But yeah, this is the corset, and then this is where the train starts. It's all so wonky.
From the front all the way to the back so that you can see that this has not been shifted whatsoever. As you can see with this top, both sides are completely different shapes and different heights. Take a minute, zoom in if you need to, but they're different. Here's another picture of the back. You can see how far off that train really is.
Oh, this is bad. And like this fit just isn't right. Like this is so tiny. I don't know if she has any, like someone pulled it too tight, or if it's literally just not the right fit. Because it doesn't even look like this corset is pulled super tight. But yeah, like to go from this to here is crazy. Like this is criminal.
And for the record, I will show another picture of me in the dress before all of these extra jewels were glued on with E6000. But I know how bad I look in this right now. And mind you, this was a custom dress made for my body type, and this is what it looks like. I agree. I think it looks bad. I think it looks really bad on me. Here's a picture of me in the skirt before any of the crystals were added. You can see how much it snatches my waist, how nice all of this lays compared to now. It looks like it's in the middle, but I was also never given a mirror or set up so that I could even see the back. I was so devastated, I couldn't stop crying over how bad the dress was when I got it. I was talking to family, trying to figure out if I needed to go buy a new dress. I was texting my seamstress, asking if she could look at it. I actually did have my seamstress look at it, and she said that there was too much wrong with it, that we weren't able to fix it in 2 days. I was so busy that day trying to figure out all of the wedding stuff, family getting in town. There was so much going on that by the time I finally texted her, this is what I said. You can pause to read this.
So she says, I would like to fly out here tomorrow with your seamstress to fix the skirt that can work. When the skirt is lined up at the front of the mini dress and larger rhinestones like the video you sent off the front, the back pleat is totally off to the right side of the skirt and needs to be moved to center. When the back center pleat is in the middle in the back, the front of the skirt and leg slit is totally showing both legs. Oh my god, it's almost the center of my crotch. The leg slit is still showing the underneath fabric a ton, so you didn't pin it back enough. The top of the skirt was supposed to be trickling down like teardrops or ombre, not a solid belt like this. The overlay isn't even pinned all the way down to the skirt. It's flapping on the back and not sewn down, but 4 points. You said that the overlay would be flush with the skirt, following each pleat and be sewn to the dress. There is so much more that you missed. There are even safety pins left in the dress.
Here it is. I gave her the option to come out and help me, and she didn't want anything to do with it. Pause to read, but this was August 18th after...
So she says, I did not receive any calls. I'm very concerned regarding the completion of the dress, which was originally scheduled for August 10th. It is now over a week past the due date and you missed a second fitting appointment. Given the urgency of the situation, I cannot wait until Wednesday or further delays. It's crucial that this dress is shipped out by tonight. With my wedding date approaching and considering the substantial investment I've made to ensure this is completely on time, it's imperative that everything is finalized immediately. I was expected to take the dress home on the 10th, and the delay is causing significant inconvenience. I cannot wait to see if the shipping is delayed or doesn't make it in time. What would you do about the shipping not making it? Honestly, if you want to wait till Wednesday to ship it, I need you to fly it out here in person. Otherwise, I need it finished by tonight and shipped out.
Told me she still wasn't done from the original August 10th and then the 15th, and now she's expecting to ship it out Wednesday, and I asked her, can you bring it out here since you're so close to my wedding day? I was scared my package wasn't even gonna get here, you guys. The only reason I was showing you guys that is because I wanted to show that I asked her to bring the dress out in case there was anything wrong with it so that we could nip it in the bud right away. But here is August 22nd at 7:45 p.m. This is when I texted her asking her to come and fix it now that it's not even 2 days from my wedding. Like, we are there. I gave her the option to come out and fix it in that last message, and then this was my response after she blew my phone up.
So she blew her phone up and she says, do you realize the hardship that you've caused me with sending me a dress that is not what we agreed upon? I felt that my wedding day is ruined. There's no way I can even wear this skirt because it's so bad. If you show up to my wedding or my house and trespass, law enforcement will be called. Yes. I expect us to come to a fair resolution. If you'd like to send me a prepaid label for me to ship the dress back, I can. If you'd like the whole dress back, I need you to reimburse the entire amount of the dress. And again, a prepaid label for all of it to be shipped. These are your options. We have already paid over half, so if you want just the skirt back and no money reimbursed, you can pay for the shipping. I'm going to block you from now until my wedding. This has caused me so much hardship. I'm so disappointed. My heart hurts with how terrible this skirt is. I can't imagine making something for someone and they say that their heart hurts with how terrible the thing I gave them is. It's like when we did Cake Gate, right? If I was making cakes for people and they were like, my heart hurts. It's so awful. My heart hurts. I'm like, okay, I am giving up on life.
This was the day before my wedding, and I was supposed to be focusing on getting married, not a dress that was terrible. This is the rest of that message. Pause to read. I didn't ever actually block her because I sat my...
If you don't choose one of the above options now, then we would be happy to deal with this on Monday, but you are ruining my wedding day and I can no longer communicate after this text till Monday. I have to refocus.
Down and enjoyed my rehearsal day and my wedding day, but she full on tried to ruin my wedding, even though that dress was absolutely horrible when it got to me. She posted her first video about me on TikTok Friday night, the night before my wedding. There's a reason I had to shut down all my social media. I was getting married. I told her that I would deal with this on Monday, and I also told her that the dress wasn't wearable. So she knew that I wasn't gonna wear it, and she knew that I was gonna talk to her again on Monday to get this dress back to her. After she posted all of those videos slandering me on social media, I knew that it was time to figure this out and let you guys know the truth.
I don't know, this is another thing. Did she really think that you wouldn't come with the receipts? It isn't like she didn't know what she had done. I'm sorry this happened to you. I know her story sounded off. Like, did she not think that she was going to post the receipts of how awful this dress is? And then she posts part 3 of her dress.
Hi everyone, I wanted to get on and go over some of the questions that you guys have been asking me. I have been speaking to counsel though, and there are some details that I will not be able to discuss until that is all over. First things first, people are still asking me if I wore the dress. The answer is no. This is the dress that I bought 2 days before my wedding. Jose has accused me of botching the dress when I got it. Here's the timestamp, and remind you, in my last video I showed when I received the dress, which was 10:57 a.m. I am not a seamstress. The next thing you guys are asking me about is this top piece of the skirt. That was only supposed to be about an inch, as you can see here. I'll show another picture, but the reason why she talked me into doing that at all is because she ordered the wrong overlay. It was supposed to match the top completely, like same type of jewels. Here is another picture. It was only supposed to be an inch thick, not 2 inches on one side and 3 on the other side. And then do you see? It was supposed to trickle down like these, like teardrops, not be one solid belt. The belt was only supposed to be this little piece that was only like an inch so that it would tie in this top of the dress to this. Here is one of the original inspo pictures. You can see here that it is the same type of jeweling as the top. And then also it is more jewels at the top.
And you can see it like trickles down, and then there's like basically nothing in between until it gets to the bottom, and then there's nothing there.
It gets lighter and lighter as it goes down to almost no jewels. Here was another inspiration photo of the skirt. Very minimal. As you can see in the sketch, there is no belt. There was not supposed to be a belt. It was supposed to be all the same from top to bottom, the same type of crystals, the same type of jewels. Here is another photo that I sent her showing that it is more jewels at the top, and then as it comes to the bottom, it gets less and less. But again, there was no belt in this whole situation until she ended up ordering the wrong type of overlay so that it didn't even match the top to bottom of the dress, from the mini dress to the skirt. Another question people are asking me is, why were you not communicating? This was right before the trip. She's saying that they are having phone issues. I try to be nice. We come down the list. An emergency situation, because they didn't have a seamstress. But she wouldn't do the dress fitting without a seamstress for whatever reason. Wouldn't even let me see my dress, even though I was already in Miami from Colorado. Still doesn't even send me a picture after this. And then this is them asking me to come back at the end of June when I was already in Miami from Colorado. And this was June 1st. And then this is an entire thread with me, my mom, a Kazazi customer service rep, and another phone number I don't even know. At this point, I let my mom try and deal with it because I was so upset that the second fitting was canceled and that I didn't even get to see my dress, let alone get any photos of it. So the 16th, and then another message from the 21st, the 24th, and then I messaged the 27th. Again, no responses. Let me be clear, I asked her for more photos and videos of the dress.
If I'm paying $6,000 for a dress, it better be perfect and up to my standards. I'm sorry this has happened to you, and I hope you get all this sorted. Ma'am, get you a lawyer. I agree. This is rough. Like, this is... And the fact that she had the nerve and the audacity to first start this drama. Not even like Rayleigh was the one that posted about it first, and then she responded and tried to like play it off. No, she started this drama, brought it to the For You page, 5 million views on the original TikTok, started a GoFundMe page, to then turns out she's just like a scammer. What is going on in the House of Commons? What is actually going on? I can't imagine this. This is why most people should just elope. So much less stress. You don't even have to get all this done. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe with the bell icon for engagement. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.